This is like Moody. This is like the new Mudiay. And when I say the new Mudiay, I don't mean in the terms of the way he's playing. Because Mudiay is a guy who shoots first.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Elfrid Payton, if you didn't know. Elfrid Payton. Elfrid Payton has become the new Mudiay in the eyes of Knicks fans.
Yeah, he gets no love.
No love. Because, I'll just say this. A lot of what Elfrid Payton does is not scoring. It's more of a floor general thing. He's a floor general. When he's with the Pelicans, if you look at the highest 3-man team on the Pelicans, it was Elfrid Payton was on that team. I think it was Payton, Julius Randle, and Anthony Davis were like the top trio on that team, period. Wait, what did I say? Did I say Julius Randle? No, right?
No, you said Payton, Randle, and Anthony Davis in reference to the Pelicans. Like, I guess you could say like the top.
I'm sorry, Drew Holiday. I meant to say Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday, all right.
I meant to say Payton, Drew Holiday, and Anthony Davis was the highest scoring trio on that team, point blank, period.
So wait, how many points was Payton averaging in that trio? Because I mean, the bulk must have came from Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday.
He wasn't scoring that many points. He averaged around 10 points a game, 7 assists, 43% from the field. I think 32% from 3. I'm going off the top of my head.
If he's shooting 32% from 3, that's a shock to me.
I mean, it's not good. It's
yeah, but I'm just saying that his jumper is kind of.
I feel you, but it's like the stats of him on and off the floor, right? Matter of fact, as far as 3-man lineups, they had the top 3-man lineup in the NBA. Not even just on Pelicans.
Oh.
Yeah, so they beat out Lowry, Green, and Leonard. They beat out Curry, Durant, and Green. They beat out Westbrook, George. They beat out Adams. They had the top 3-man lineup in the NBA.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. And on top of that, I'm saying it to say a point, because a lot of this stuff he does is not predicated to the stat sheet. And this is an example of that. Also, another stat is when Elfrid Payton sees 20 plus minutes, the Pelicans scored 121 points a game. Right? That, when he doesn't, they score 114 points a game. When he's on the floor, they shoot 52% from the field. When he's off, they shoot 47% from the field. Like, the steals go up, the turnovers go down. He's just a floor general. Yeah. And even on the defensive end with the Pelicans, he kind of points people in the right direction. Kind of like what Jarrett Jack did when he was here. Like, go here, go here. He's a guy who just directs traffic. And that's what he does. And it seems like I've read certain things that said even the players on the Knicks kind of like the way he plays. So, here's the thing, though. When it comes to preseason and the games I saw, he did okay. He didn't do. I don't even think he did okay. Like, it just seemed like he was a floor general. Yes, the shooting was below average to me.
Yeah.
The defense was very wishy-washy.
Yeah, iffy. Yeah.
Like, he would do things like fight over the screen, but not put a hand up for 3.
Yeah.
He would get a steal in the block, and then fall asleep. So it was very up and down.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the point guard battle in general, I'm not sure where this is going, but I don't know if it should be Payton. If I'm going by what I've seen,
I already know the answer to that question.
If I'm going by what I've seen in preseason, I'm not picking Payton. I don't know what they're seeing in practice.
He's coming off the bench for me too, yeah.
He's coming off the bench for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He's coming off the bench for you. So I guess, you know what? This is turning into the
point guard conversation.
The point guard conversation, right?
Yeah.
So, as far as you, who would you pick to be the point guard to start?
In my opinion, like, no point guard has really stood out to me the most. You know, it's kind of like they're almost on like an even plane almost, because Dennis Smith Jr. is just coming back from an injury, And Dennis Smith Jr. still seems like he has a bit of rust in his game right now.
Oh yeah.
Frank did perform well in Game 3 against the Hawks. I'll give him that. Like that, I think there was this one defensive play he made on the Hawks which I loved. Because
You talking about the block?
Besides the block.
Okay.
It's more defensive rotation because I don't see nobody else on the Knicks doing this.
No.
Because even though Atlanta ended up shooting the 3 and making it over him, on one play I seen this dude rotate to 3 different Atlanta Hawks on one possession. Man. On one possession. And it wasn't even like he was running around like a headless chicken. Like they were the right rotations too.
That's the thing with Frank, man. He's always been above average when it comes to his defensive IQ. Like a lot of times he doesn't make stupid fouls. He understands time clock situations, and he also understands where to rotate all the time.
Yeah.
So I like what I see from defense with Frank, man.
Yeah, and passing too. Like to me, like what I've seen in the preseason from Frank, like passing wise, I like what I've seen passing too. Like he does make pretty decent passes. Like I still hate the fact that sometimes he'll drive to the basket and then he'll pass it back out instead of trying to force his way to the basket and try to create something.
Right.
But besides that, like I like what I see from Frank, and if I have to be honest right now,
be honest, man.
based on performance, Frank would be my first point guard off the bench. I would still start Dennis Smith Jr. because talent wise, he trumps both Frank and Payton.
Right.
But Frank would be my first point guard off the bench at the moment because I didn't really like what I saw from Payton in the preseason, and Frank at least showing me that defensively he's going to bring it, and when it comes to like, you know, being a floor general and passing the ball and things like that, keeping the ball moving, like he'll do a pretty good job at it. I just want him to be more consistent at driving to the basket, finishing at the basket, and have more confidence in his jumper. Even though at points throughout the preseason, I did see him put up shots and things like that. So
yeah, man. Like here's a stat. I'm gonna give you a stat right now, Frank. Let's see. During the preseason, Frank Ntilikina posted the best defensive rating on the team. Big surprise. No, not really.
Yeah.
The Knicks allowed just 85.8 points per 100 possessions with Ntilikina on the floor.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a crazy low. That's insanely
crazy,
low.
yeah.
Like insanely low.
Yeah.
Especially considering how, NBA teams average right now around 110 points a game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
right
crazy.
There.
In contrast, NY allowed 112.9 points per 100 possession with Elfrid Payton on the floor.
Yikes.
Oh. Yeah, so I don't know. So to me, I don't know what politics is involved or not, because when Perry and those guys went up there to talk to Payton, and they told him he has a chance to start. I seen some news reports saying that they promised him the starting position. I don't think that's the case. I think that's fake news.
Yeah, that gotta be fake news.
Yeah, I don't really believe that.
And even if it's not fake news, I'd be turning my back on that news right now and be like, based on what I've seen in preseason, you don't deserve that starting position, to be honest.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree with you. Like, all politics aside, I think Frank should bare minimum be the first point guard off the bench.
Yeah.
But with the politics involved and him, I'm not sure if that's going to happen. And here's the thing too, like even though I do feel like as of today, even with Elfrid Payton's shortcomings, he still might be able to set up people better than Frank can. I don't think that Frank can't get there. Like to me, that's going to be one of the other parts of his game that can get there quick.
Yeah.
Long term, Frank defensively will be better than Elfrid Payton.
Yeah,
Easily.
Easy, yeah.
So when you think about, the deadline coming up, because the Knicks have until October 31st to pick up Frank Ntilikina's option, which is $6.3 million.
Yeah.
And if they do not pick up his option, he will be an unrestricted free agent next season. So it's going to be a few days. Like when you think about that and you think about, okay, Elfrid Payton is costing us what, like 14? I think 14.
Was it like? It's a 1-year deal, right?
1 year deal, 14 versus Frank Ntilikina, who's gonna cost you
6.3 mil.
Yeah, as a bet, to me it just makes sense to re-up.
Mm-hmm.
Re-up, keep him long term, keep developing him, and then see what happens, and see if you can kind of build on that defensive side and build on FIBA Frank.
Yeah. To me, the only issue with Frank is offense, man. He just needs more confidence on offense. That's all that is with Frank. If he can get more confidence on offense, along with his defense, easily, like, he's either going to be the backup point guard or he might trump and be the starting point guard if his offense, gets there.
Yeah, you're definitely right. I've seen small strides though. I will say from FIBA Frank to the NBA Frank, I've seen the handle is so much better.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Especially during pressure. I seen this guy bring up the ball and just pick it up after one dribble when he get pressured or turn the ball over. Now he's dribbling the ball, he's fighting you off with the off arm, he's driving, he's stopping, he's changing directions. I definitely like how he's handling the ball under pressure. The mid-range from FIBA looks a lot better as well. I like that. I'm hoping that carries over. The 3-point shooting is still a little shaky. I think he only shot 32% from 3 from FIBA. Not sure what he shot in the NBA preseason so far, but the 3-point shooting is still a little bit shaky for me. I hopefully he can kind of pick that up.
Yeah.
I will say this: when he's missing shots, he's still shooting.
Of course, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like during preseason, like I've seen him put up shots. Like it's not one of those situations where it's like he missed 1 or 2 shots, and he's like, nah, I'm not gonna shoot no more.
Yeah, he's staying. He's aggressiveness is getting there, but he still needs to do a little bit more work for Frank and FIBA Frank, and even Dennis Smith Jr. Man, I was waiting for Dennis Smith to kind of break out. We saw him in the all season. He had his shirt off, man. He was dunking. He was hitting jumpers, all with the black ops, the step back, and da. None of that happened in preseason.
I just need Dennis Smith Jr. to have more confidence in his jumper. Just sometimes take the jumper. Like I know because you practice jumper in the off season, so that means that he must have gotten better shooting the ball.
Right.
So, sometimes take the jumper because. Especially if he's going to be paired in the backcourt with RJ Barrett.
Yes.
It's like, if he can just shoot the ball sometimes, it's going to open up lanes. Not just for him driving to the basket because defenders will be less likely to back off of him. But at the same time, it's like going to open lanes for RJ Barrett because if they have to respect your jump shot, they can't cheat in the lane.
Exactly. They can't cheat. And it just opens up. It's really the key.
Yeah.
It's really the key to the Knicks' success this season. The key to me to the Knicks' success this season is one guard getting a jump shot.
Word.
Just one.
Yeah, just one.
Just one guard getting a jump shot. I feel like right now we 30 wins-ish. If one guard gets a jump shot,
that's going to open up so much.
I feel like that's 42. I feel like there's 42 wins. Is that gonna happen?
At the moment, I don't know.
I don't know. Because we got RJ here who can make plays, and I see DSJ's out here pushing the ball well.
Yeah.
He looked very bad the first game back. He looked like he was still hurt. But that second half of that Pelicans game, the defense was so much better.
Yep.
He was rotating. He almost looked a little Frankish out there with the rotation. He's getting beat, but still staying with the play and poking the ball away from behind. He was active. So it's there. I just need you to hit that Jimmy. That's it.
Just hit the jumper. That's all.
Just hit that Jimmy and we're off to the races.
Yup.